So here's all of the gear that I'll be taking for the coast to coast. It's not a lot. I've been trimming it down over the weeks. I like to put everything in a pile a few weeks beforehand, and then I just take things out that I don't think I'll need. And this is great, basically the minimum I think I'll be using. So I've got I bought these recently actually. I've never used a waist belt before, and I quite like this one. It's got on here is like a laminate I made of my plan, places with honesty boxes. It's just like a little pacing guide basically, and I've attached it to these toggles here. So this is used as a race belt here. You'd have a race number attached, but I've used that for my little plan. So I've got that there, and this waist pack's got some decent pockets in it. So I'm going to put this OS map book guide, which is, I realise this weighs less than the Harvey maps. It's the whole guide, OS map, and you got a lot more detail on this. So I'm going to stick with that. I can just about get that in the waist belt. I've got it covered because it's going to be raining in the morning tomorrow, so I've got a lot of bags here, keep everything dry. In the back of this, I'm going to have this 1 litre filter bottle here, which I'll be topping up from streams. So that'll be in the back, and then I'll have the map in the front. The side pockets I'll probably just leave clear. I might put rubbish in the side pockets. And then the backpack, I bought this recently as well. It's an Innovate. My last pack was an Innovate. And this one is, what's this one called? Race Pack 20. So I was after something around 20 to 25 litres, which is, I can just about cram everything in that. And I wanted a load of pockets. I wanted bottles on the front, 500 milliliter flasks on the front. I wanted good attachment for poles. So I've started using poles recently, which I've never done before. One thing I don't like about these bags is the zipper pulls are always black on the Innovates, which I find a bit annoying. So I've had to modify it a bit. I put some coloured zipper pulls on, as you can see here. But yeah, I quite like, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not going to do a full review, but I like the number of pockets you've got here that are easily accessible. The bag shifts around a bit, which I don't like. My last Innovate bag, it was nice and tight against my back, nice and snug. This one jumps around a little bit, but because I'll only be doing a bit of running in the first day, and then it's probably going to be mostly walking, I'm not too worried about that. So yeah, I've got the poles. I've had these poles about 12, 13 years. I got them from, I was sponsored by Likey's at one point about 13 years ago. And they gave me these poles, and they looked really cool at the time. And I'd never used them until this year. I've started using them for hiking and started running them, trying them out with this in mind. I didn't realise I brought these with me accidentally. Now, I don't anticipate it being that muddy. Maybe, what's it called? The 9 standards just up past Kirkby Stephen at night. They might be useful. I mean, they're not that heavy, but it is a bit annoying that I packed them. So I've got my prescription glasses here, which I use for everything. I use it for Zwifting, running, everything, cycling. I've got a little wallet here with my card in. I've got some money. There's going to be honesty boxes, so I need to take money with me. Here, I'm going to put the phone in here. This is waterproof, and I've got a bungee cord here, which is quite versatile for all sorts of things, but I'll probably put the bungee cord through that and have the phone around my neck at night, so I can see, I can use the OS Maps app alongside my phone, alongside my watch, see where I'm going. So a space blanket there. I might wrap some hot food up in that, actually. I was thinking that could be used for wrapping up hot food at night. This is an absolutely huge Mac, see-through Mac. I could probably get about 3 people in this. I've got the bungee cord is going to be quite useful, because that's going to basically keep it nice and tight around my waist so I don't take off. I can get my backpack under there nice and easily. The air will not escape from this thing, so it's only going to be good if there's a complete downpour, which I anticipate in the morning for a few hours. or I might use it at night if I'm cold, just to trap the warm air against my body. And then we've got all the little sort of bits and bobs here, toiletries, toothbrush and toothpaste. Look at that, probably weighs about 10 grams. Chop the end off the toothbrush there. I've got a couple of bags here, probably be useful at some point. Keep things waterproof, put food in. I'm not an animal, I've got an antiperspirant, I don't want to stink. But I might chuck that actually. This is great as well, zinc oxide tape. So it's tape, you can tape stuff together, it's not that strong. You use it for hot spots really, and you can use it instead of plasters. So that's quite versatile as well. You can use that for all sorts of things. And then I've got, look at that, that's probably the world's smallest suntan lotion. I found that on the beach in Cadiz last week. And I filled it up, and look at it, it's as big as one of my fingers. So I could probably just about cover my face, maybe my forearms, but I'm not anticipating there to be any sun. So, I mean, I'll take it anyway. You never know. And then I've got various ibuprofen, paracetamol. What I've got here is, so you drop these in water. I'll be taking water from springs and streams mainly. And you can drop this in water purification tablets. One tablet covers 100 ml. So I can chop a tablet in half and put it in each of these. So when I'm filling from a stream, I've got the filter 1 litre here, and then I'll have water purification tablets in these two. So I'm pretty much covered there. I've got loads of it. I think I've got enough to cover about 10 litres, so that should be fine. Imodium, every ultra runner has Imodium. I think that's it on the pills front. Compeed, forget the blisters. I sometimes get blisters. The socks I use are pretty damn good though. I'm not sure I'm going to take this because I've got ibuprofen anyway. So where did I get this? Germany maybe, or France. It's basically an ibuprofen gel. It's not that strong. I might squeeze out half of it. I might not even take it. I haven't decided yet. It's one of those things that just takes up space, and you might end up never using it. And then I've got Vaseline, obviously. Miscellaneous food here. I haven't decided what I'm taking yet, but I might take most of that. Some good stuff here. There's caffeine chews. I think there's about 60-70 milligrams of caffeine in there. And then I've got caffeine gels, about the same. And then I've got loads of electrolyte tablets. It'll probably keep me going for the whole way. I'll take all those. Protein bar. It's mainly high sugar stuff there. That'll keep me going for the first few hours in the morning. I think I've got about 5 hours until I stop and use a youth hostel with an honesty box. I'm just trying to remember the name. I can't think of the name. It's just past Ennerdale. And then, yeah, the electronics. So I decided I'm going to take this bag. I could have just put them in something like this, but this is just a little bit more sturdy. I've got this is quite strong. So this is 10,000 mAh. I've tested with this, and from 100%, I can recharge my phone 3 times. My phone takes up 30% of this, my iPhone. And I can recharge my watch, literally, I can recharge my watch fully using only about 2% of this. So I can do multiple recharges of the watch and the phone 3 times of this. So if this doesn't fail, I should be good. And I'm going to be on the go for about 30 odd hours until I get to Richmond, when I'm taking a 4 or 5 hour break. That's when I recharge everything. So that needs to give me at least 30 hours, maybe 35, depending on how I go. My Gen heart rate monitor. Another power bank here. This one's 3000 mAh. It's got a torch as well, which is quite useful because it's a good backup. It's quite a strong one. What I like about this power bank is not only the fact it's a torch, backup torch, and you can clip it, but you can hold it as well. So I can, when the watch is running out, I clip that in while I've got the watch on my wrist. I'll clip that in, and then I can hold that in my hand while I'm running, or I can just clip it on my sleeve or on a bag, put it in a pocket. So that's really quite useful. 3,000 to that. Yeah, again, I can charge this multiple times. I'll use that for the phone, and I'll use this one for the watch. And then we've got a plug here, 4-way plug. So on that 4 or 5 hour break, this plug's going to be getting some action, that's for sure. Everything's going to be plugged in. These are all the leads. Yes, I have actually weighed the leads. I have so many. We've all got so many of these type of leads that I just try to get the smallest ones. Yeah, there's one backup there just in case one of the other ones fails. I'm all about backups. I'm not taking risks. This headlamp here, I bought this in the Birmingham running show this year, and I was really impressed with it. And it only cost me 10-15 quid, and I thought, wow, for 10-15 pounds, it's quite strong. And I mean, you probably can't tell from the video. It's got 3 settings. The medium one, it said in the little booklet, lasts 6 hours, which I thought, okay, it's quite strong. I tried it out once. It seems pretty strong. It's as good as my Petzl that I've used before. It actually lasted 9 hours. It's still going strong. So I was really impressed with that. And so impressed that I've actually taken this instead of my Petzl, because it weighs about 1/3 of the weight. It's rechargeable. I don't need spare batteries. Yeah, it's good. The only thing is it reliable? Is it going to fail on me? That's the thing. And is it waterproof? Probably not. But I don't anticipate it. I've looked at the weather forecast. I get rain when I start, but after that, the whole way, hopefully, it'll just be light showers. So I think I'm going to be okay. This one here that I've clipped on the back, this thing is amazing. It weighs almost nothing, and I can clip it on the back here, and that's my backup. So if this fails, I just turn it around, and I use this little thing here. It takes a couple of 2016 batteries. It'll last through the night. It's not particularly strong. It's just a backup emergency. So I've got 1, 2, 3 lights. I've probably got the iPhone if I'm really desperate, but I don't really want to use the iPhone. So that's all the kit that's going in the bag. So this is what I'll be wearing to start with. I've got a pair of Hoka Speedgoat 5s and some Hilly Monoskin socks. I wore these when I had a go at the Coast to Coast 2 years ago. I was also trying to do a fast effort then, but came a cropper. But these shoes and socks, they got completely soaked because it was really wet, and I managed to do whatever it was, 40-50 miles. And yeah, no problems at all, no blisters, no black toenails, nothing. It was great. Now I've not done anything with these, so I've not worn them, but they've been in the garage for 2 years. So I'm a little bit worried about whether the material's degraded a little bit, but well, we'll soon find out. I've got some heel cups that I'll be putting in there as well. Just some basic heel cups. I might put them in later on in the run walk. And then calf guards. I've had these for God knows how long, 20 odd years now. I can't even remember the brand name because it's come off. I think it might have been, I don't know if it's Compress Sport, but yeah, I mean, they're still just as good as they were back then. So I'll be using these for the hills, and then I'll be rolling them down on the flat. Now, the gear that I'm starting out with, I'm going to discard at some point when I find a bin. For instance, I'm deliberately, because it's going to be wet in the morning, so I've deliberately got this one out of storage. It's an old long sleeve training top. I'll wear that. I'm probably going to get soaked, so I'll ditch that at some point, hang that off the backpack, see if it can dry during the day, and wear my fleece, or just wear a long sleeve. This is like a shower-proof kit run, basic from Decathlon. Nothing expensive here, I'm afraid. Sorry, nothing exciting. These are really old as well. They probably don't work anywhere near like they used to. They're supposed to be waterproof trousers, but don't think they work quite as well as they used to. So probably just keep my legs warm. I haven't got to worry about the ticks so much if I stick those on. I'll only put them on if it's really banging it down in the morning. The same goes for this huge Mac, which covers me in the backpack. I'm only going to put that on if it's absolutely hammering it down. And it might be for the first couple of hours, but the weather report says it'll clear after that and for the whole way. And then bandana, really versatile bit of kit. Can you put it on my head? I can have it, I can wrap it around my wrist, can use it as a sweatband. You can use it as a towel. You can put it around your neck. So yeah, bandana. And then this is an old cap. So like the t-shirt, at some point I'll ditch that and I'll use one of my more modern running caps instead. So here we have the clothes, the spare clothes that I'll be putting in my backpack. Put it in a waterproof bag, scrunching it up as small as I can. So these are compression leggings that I borrowed from my brother last minute because I realised it might be cold on some of the hills and I didn't have any leggings. I've just got the waterproof trousers and the shorts. Now, I've been told I can discard this if I want to, so I'm still debating whether to take this or not. And I might throw them away on the way, but I've been given permission to do that. And then I've got two long sleeve Helly Hansons, which I rate highly. I've had these for about, God knows, 15, 20 years. They're great. No point upgrading when you've got something that works so well. That's the way I see it. My little dinky running cap there. And then shorts. So I've already got some compression salmon shorts that I'll be starting with. I've got some running Y fronts and another pair of salmon shorts there that I'll change into. I want to try and get to Richmond the afternoon of the second day with all of the clothes I started with. So I'm going to be absolutely minging. So I can have a break in Richmond and I can stick some nice fresh clothes on from this collection here and a fleece, which I have somewhere. Here it is. Got to put that down. So I've got a fleece there as well, which I'm going to need overnight, and socks. So I've got I'm starting with the Hillies, and then so I've got two pairs here. I might throw a pair away for a start. I haven't decided yet which ones I'm going to wear. Bridgedale's sort of traditional hiking socks. I've had these for God knows how long. Same goes for these. These are X-Bionics, and they will go right up almost to your knee. So, you know, I mentioned ticks before. People do get ticks on the coast to coast, usually on the North Yorkshire Moors. So it's a bit of peace of mind having not have to worry about ticks and getting stung so much. If I can cover most of my legs. So yeah, that is the kit that I'll be carrying in my backpack.